I just finished recording the video on 10 things to become an ultra cool, ultra lightweight backpacker, and I just wanted to come outside and record this quick. I know that if you are new to this channel, this is probably more for you. If you have watched some videos on this channel before, you know that some of my videos can lean towards the sarcastic or maybe parody or somewhere in between. You know, some people didn't know whether or not the Holy Hiker backpacking jacket was a real thing. Some people questioned my method for extreme ultra lightweight backpacking and food storage. People have questioned whether or not you should poop in the woods like the way that I showed you. So I just wanted to come out and say that this video should be followed religiously. As a matter of fact, I think it would be like the 10 commandments of ultra lightweight backpacking. That's what this video basically is. And I don't know, maybe even someone out there could probably even get a nonprofit status for an ultra lightweight church, and these could become the 10 commandments of that church. So if anyone is interested, I would help you with the paperwork. It's not too hard. So with that, enjoy this video, and as always, hike your own hike. I was recently hiking on the New England Trail, and I was approached by another hiker who said, "Hey, you must be one of those ultra cool, ultra lightweight backpackers." And I said, "Well, yes, I am. How did you know?" And we went back and forth and had this conversation about what it takes to become an ultra cool, ultra light backpacker. And in this video, I want to share with you some of those items that we discussed. So if you watch this video and you use these 10 items, you will make it to be an ultra cool, ultra light backpacker. So for those of you who are just on the cusp of just becoming one, or if you are like brand new to the backpacking world and you want to just make the jump to ultra cool, ultra light backpacking, this video is for you. So the first thing that you need to become an ultra cool, ultra light backpacker is a cool spoon. Now, there's lots of different spoons out there. I love my Gossamer Gear spoon, and if you're going to have a spoon, you always have to do one thing to it, and that is drill holes into it. You cannot just buy a spoon, throw it in your pack, and bring it. That is way too heavy. Every gram counts. Grams add up to ounces, ounces add up to pounds, pounds add up to misery. So make sure you drill enough holes into your spoon to make it nice and light. The second thing that you need is a cool backpack, preferably one that no normal person around you in your regular life has ever heard of. So you can't wear something from North Face or Patagonia or LL Bean. Those don't make you ultra cool. You might become ultra light, but you won't be ultra cool. So the backpack that I recommend and that I love is from Zimmerbilt. Now, when you buy a backpack like this, you don't just say, "Well, I bought it from Zimmerbilt." You get to say, "Yeah, Chris built it for me." So if you could rattle off the first name of the person who built your backpack, you know you are an ultralight, ultra cool backpacker. The third one is a little bit obvious because some regular backpackers are even doing this, but if you want to be definitely in the ultra cool gang, you have to drop all your other water bottles and only pack a smart water bottle. So all you have to do is go to the store, right? You buy your ultra smart water bottle, you bring it home, dump it out, and it's ready to be filled with any water for your backpacking trip. And this is like one of the surest signs that you are an ultralight backpacker. I was in Grand Central Station in New York City last year, and there was a couple of guys walking through the crowd, and they had backpacks on, which tons of people in Grand Central do, but they had smart water bottles. So I turned to them and I said, "Hey, you're through hiking the AT, aren't you?" And they were like, "Heck yeah, we are." So that's one of those things that really makes you stand out as an ultra cool, ultralight backpacker, is only using the smart water bottles. The next thing that you need is an ultra lightweight sleeping pad. We're talking something that is so uncomfortable that no normal human would ever use it in real life. And one of the ones that I like to recommend is the one that is from Gossamer Gear. I mean, this thing is barely thicker than a piece of toilet paper. It will keep you nice and snug all night long. It is just enough barrier between you and the earth. And it's wonderful. You can throw this into your pack and you don't even know it's there. It's so light. So Gossamer Gear foam pad, highly recommend it. The next one is no toilet paper. And this is a personal one that you won't see on many other lists. I mean, you're not bringing any toilet paper at all. I'm not talking like you're taking out the cardboard tube and you're saving yourself some ounces, and so therefore you're an ultralight backpacker. No, 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 no. If you want to go ultra cool level, you want to ditch toilet paper in its entirety. The only thing you want to have in your backpack is a bidet, and if you want to even shave off more pounds, you can just skip the bidet and use the water bottle direct. And if you want to go really ultra cool, just use what Mother Nature has provided. Moss, leaves, grass, sticks, pine cones, all of those things are perfectly capable of wiping your butt. The next thing you need to be able to do to be an ultra cool, ultralight backpacker is you have to cut at least 3 straps on your backpack. So whatever you buy, you have to be able to figure out, this one's too long, this has got some extra, this needs to be cut, and you need to snip it before anybody else sees it. You don't want it, because ultralight backpackers, especially the ultra cool ones, they move much faster on the trail. And so what happens is you get those extra straps flapping, and every once in a while it could hit you in the eye, and you might actually scratch your cornea. And so you want to make sure that you cut those extra straps off. Again, every gram matters. And so take a look at your pack. Do you really need those little things that hook onto your zippers? No, you don't. Cut them off. Do you really need 3 feet of extra strap around your waist belt? No, cut it off. The next thing that ultra cool, ultralight backpackers do is they don't protect their backpacks from the rain from the outside, they protect it from the inside. So I have a Nylafume bag. That is what I use. It's only a couple of bucks on eBay. I know a lot of people will recommend the trash compactor bags. Either one is fine. I love my Nylafume. You can put it into my backpack, stuff all my clothes in there, wrap it up at the top, and everything will stay perfectly dry no matter what kind of storm. And because my ultralight backpack is made out of ultra cool fabric, even if the outside gets wet, it's not absorbing that much water and getting much heavier. The next thing, I believe this is number 9, the next thing that ultra cool, ultralight backpackers do is when they go to sleep, there are no clothes left in their backpack. Now, you might take your grubby shirt off that you've been hiking in all day and hang that somewhere or stuff it somewhere, but when you go to sleep, there should be no changes of clothes in your backpack. You can have your sleeping clothes in your backpack, and then you have your hiking clothes, and that's pushing it. So you should really try to tweak this in local hikes. No big expeditions, but this is where when you're going out on local trails for overnights, you really kind of start to perfect what you need based on the weather. And this way here, when you go to bed, you're not going to have the extra clothes, and you're not going to have the extra weight when you're hiking. And number 10, ditch your big ol' heavy boots. Ditch them and use trail runners. Now, I know this has been a trend for a while with more people using trail runners, and it is something that once I did this and became an ultra cool, ultra lightweight backpacker, it absolutely changed everything. They are lighter, they are cooler, and the other thing that happened is I found no need to ever bring camp shoes to when I backpack, so I was able to ditch that weight as well. I find that I can put on more miles with a lot more comfort with my trail runners than I ever did with my boots. And for those of you big old boot wearers, I know it's kind of hard to kind of make that transition because you're like, well, my ankles need support. And this, you can come up with a million reasons why, but I'll tell you, changing to trail runners was one of the most fantastical things that I did as a backpacker. Give it a shot. And let me throw in one more for a bonus, number 11. And I don't necessarily think you have to do this one to be an ultra cool, ultralight backpacker, but if you go stoveless, just go stoveless for one single backpacking trip, just one overnight. Just give it a shot. There are a million channels out there that talk about it. All of my recipes on this channel are for stoveless, cold soak ideas. Leave your stove at home. And if I can make it a suggestion, do it during the summer. So you got to be a little bit more adventurous to try it in the winter, but do it during the summer when I think it's the easiest to try. And once you ditch that stove weight, once you ditch the weight of that fuel, you're never going to go back. Especially, it's just so easy to pack, it's so easy to clean up, it's so easy to prepare. It's one of the best things that I have ever shifted to. And so my bonus number 11 is go stoveless, cold soak your meals, and then you too if you do the other 10 things, will become an ultra cool, ultralight backpacker. So, that didn't come off as too much in your face, right?